And welcome to another Nerdy Collective. We're going to call this the how-to section, the aquarium corner. Some of G-Man's other passions and other hobbies. Just thought I might share this with you. But this is a how-to, and I'm going to give this a shot. So best way I can. And without further ado, I got a package that came in today. I want to show you something real quick here. So we have live fish. It's not fish, but I'll give you I'll tell you what it is in a minute. By phillsfishworks.com. Go check out this guy. I'm going to tell you why this guy, and there's a couple out there, but this one in particular is extremely important. So I want to say thank you so much, Phil. I'm going to open this. I'm going to do this recording for you. I hope you enjoy it. A big shout out to you. I'm a big fan. So for all you aquarium naturalists out there that want to do it naturally and be patient while doing it, this is the way to do it. You're going to be told a million ways. Do you, but I hope what I get to share with you today will make a little bit of sense. I also got another shout out for Father Fish. Can't forget that gentleman. And big shout out to Father Fish as well. So I'll show you something here in a minute. Big shout out to him for this reason. And what I'm going to try to do here for you is make this small video how-to. First, I'm going to show you what we got going on over here. So I'm going to bring you over here. Here we go. So this right here is the 30-gallon. It's an all-planted tank, all natural substrate on the bottom. It's sand. I got some magnifying lenses on there so you can see close up some of these fish. But the important one is this one. And like I said, big shout out to Father Fish. Thank you so much. And the reason why we call this Father Fish tank, this is what this is. So I'm going to put this light here so you can see what's going on here. So down here, that is a soil and a soil mix. I actually have some of my own stuff in there. Plus, I'll show you the mix that I got from Father Fish. He's got a substrate that you can mix with any garden soil, as long as it doesn't have any fertilizers in there or stuff like that. You want to kind of watch that. Then on top of this, there's sand. There's 2 inches of sand right here, so you can see what's going on there. Then I got plants. This is going to be for some shrimp. So shrimp are going to be coming in here pretty soon. Right now, all I got in here is like a couple snails, and there's some neons. There's 5 neons in there. Hopefully they'll breed, but we'll see. I think the environment needs to be a little bit more brackish. There they are there. You can see them in the corner there. And the way you can tell the difference between a male and female is usually the male blue stripe on his back will be straighter, and a female will have kind of an arch. It should be more plump, but we'll see what happened there. So like I said, big shout out to Father Fish. All these crypts in here, I got all these plants pretty much from Father Fish. It's going to be planted a little bit heavier than this. This is just the start. So for all you naturalists out there, go check out Father Fish, please. I'll have his stuff posted there, along with Phil's website as well. I want you to go check these out. You might learn something, and I think you'll find it very entertaining and fascinating too at the same time. Ask any questions you want, and you pretty much will have an answer for you. But what's really cool about this, so this is the Father Fish tank is what I'm calling this. You can kind of see what's going on here. I'm trying to mimic nature in the best way possible. Right now we got an aerator back there with a sponge filter. We got a heater in there. So we got to try to keep the temperature right around 70-ish. I don't want to get real warm, so about 70, 74 max. It's pretty cold up here where I live right now, but stays about room ambient temperature here, but it still needs a heater to stay at a constant. I want to keep that at a constant 70. So everything starts to rotate, kind of like out if it would be in the wild. And then the same thing with the air, like I said, the sponge filter back there in the back, that'll be temporary. After maybe a year or so, I could be able to pull that out. And what you can see here, what's these bubbles that are coming up from the bottom of the sand and the dirt substrate, That is all, see that? See that? That's CO2. That's natural CO2, you guys. It happens. You also have CO2 in the air. So plants get CO2 at night and they release oxygen during the day when the sun is rising. So these lights are pretty bright. So try to keep a pretty balanced aquarium as best as you possibly can. But just to get to this level of starting out, give yourself 3 months. Slowly build it up. I've been building this up slowly, a little bit at a time. I've had algae blooms, algae come down, and it's actually dissipated by itself because the plants are taking care of it, and the small amount of fish that I got in there. But I'm going to be putting some stuff in there, some other stuff in there I'm going to show you as a natural setup. And without me blabbing away and blabbing away, I'm going to open this box and I'm going to show you a website really quick. So, hi, G-Man here. This recording is going to be, wow, I'm going to do a lot of editing. So, real quick, I am going to show you a website here. There we go. I hope you can see that. There we go. This guy right here. So, Phillips Fishworks is a really interesting site, you guys. And the reason why I say that is because, whoop, I'm trying to fix this so it works right. There we go. So, still can't do this right. Editing. Oh, no, it's still the wrong way. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's try to do this. Let's do that. There we go. So what we got here, on his website, you can actually go to this website. I'll have the links down posted below along with Father Fish. You can go check them out. I really would like you to, I'm just trying to share one of my passions, and this is one of my passions. So they say you can't do a natural fish tank or it won't last. I've heard some natural fish tanks getting to 20 years plus. And the only thing they really needed to do is trim your plants. You need to trim the plants. You can't just let it all go. And trim the plants and top it off with fresh water. Of course, dechlorinated water. Hopefully by that time you know what you're doing. So getting back to this gentleman right here on his website, what's really cool about this website is he sells green water, he sells family products, shipping info, all that is right here. Discover more. So I'm going to show you this here as soon as it clicks over. So here's what's cool about Phil. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think you need green water for? What, green water? Well, okay, think about this. Think about like your allergy problems you might have in a tank. Well, how about doing it on a microscopic level? When I'm saying naturally, here you got live crustaceans and scuds and Daphnia. Daphnia and scuds will actually eat that algae and eat all the dead matter that's in the tank. He sells kits like this, Hardy Shrimp. He sells shrimp packs where you can actually buy shrimp from him and they'll ship them to your house. And he's very reasonable. Here's some Hardy cherry shrimp pack. You can buy 10 of them. These guys are awesome when it comes to cleaning your tank naturally, and they'll take care of all the problems. These guys here, if there's a lot of misconceptions about these scuds especially, and scuds will eat plants, okay, but they're not going to eat if they got another food source that they're actually eating on. If they're working on decomposition in the tank, you throw leaves in there. They sell different. You go out in your yard and get an oak leaf, put it in the bottom of the thing, and just let it go to poot, and they'll take care of it. So basically, these guys are your maintenance for your tank. It will help you with that. So you're not always having to do water changes all the time. I'm not saying water changes are not necessary. Sometimes, depending on the situation, you need to do a water change. But most of the time, no. I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, I barely changed this water. I've been topping it off, and I've checked it, and you'll know when it spikes. That's why I say give it 3 months at this stage, adding plants slowly with the soil already, and let's go on from here. So he's got everything pretty much self-explanatory here, which is really cool. Discover more. He's got eco-friendly packs. He's environmental friendly. But he's got a lot of interesting stuff, you guys. Go check it out. I don't want to give away too much. I'd like you to really check it out and learn something and have fun. And this would be great for schools, science, anything with science. I'm a science nerd, so this is great. And you got snails, he's got fish, worms, free culture, all these cultures. Go check out. So I'm going to show you what I got from Phillips Fish Works. So big shout out to Philip. I want to say thank you. And let's get into this, and I can show you what the G-Man purchased from Phillips. So here we go. So we're going to open this really nice pack box. I'm sure there's heat packs in it because it's cold up here in Wisconsin where I live this time of the year in January. Really, really cold. And so I'm sure they know that and they pack accordingly. So what I did was bought 3 of the same thing. And what I'm doing is what I call seeding a tank. So as you're, like I said, these 2 tanks over here, they're 3 months old, roughly 3 months old. And so what I've been doing is adding to it slowly. You want to get all this stuff and then dump it all at once. This is why I'm saying you have to be patient. If you want to do it right, and trust me, you'll have things to look at. You'll enjoy the tank that much more, and you'll have a feel of an accomplishment as well. And so, but enough of that, enough talking. So I'm gonna get into this box, show you what's in this box. Very well packed. I'll try to show you this here. So I mean, it's all styrofoam. He's got it all packed off really tight. Oh yeah, heat packs galore. Look at that. He's got heat packs on the top. He knew, but I checked with the honey, and honey today, yeah, that's still warm actually. Still warm. So let's continue here. Sorry guys. I'm kind of all over the place. It's kind of hard to do this. So clear up. All right, so heat packs. We don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. All right. So one thing cool about Phil, and I enjoy watching it, he's got a YouTube channel as well, you guys. So it's a cool YouTube channel. Really neat stuff. But in every one of his packages, he's an artist as well. And he gives out these pendants. And this is a live leaf culture, aquatic invertebrate, live fish food. That's his card, business card. And it's got this little medallion in here. He makes these. And he puts them in as like a little giveaway gift, something interesting, something totally different. I want to see what the thing in the back here. We'll see what it says. It says plants for okay, plants for bag of bugs. That's what I got here. I got 3 bags of bugs. They're aquatic, all aquatic bugs. There's dead leaf material in there, and all that's going to sink to the bottom of the tank in the back. I'll put it in the side because I'll be putting some more live plants in there, and those animals will go down in the soil. Some will go in the soil and hide. Some will go in the plants and hide, but they'll eat all the dead matter that's in the tank, and the tank will cycle itself, and it'll feed the plants, and then from the plants will release oxygen, and then from there the fish will eat. They'll release poop and fertilizer and feed the plants. See what I'm saying? You get a biosystem going. That's what you're trying to do. I'm trying to get away from box filters, all those filters, unless it's absolutely necessary. I want to do it the natural way as best as I possibly can. And the less you fiddle with it later on, the better. That's the problem. Some people get a little too OCD, and we want to stick our hands in there and not clean you got to be pretty, you know what I'm saying. But so from there it says, okay, so plants and bags of bugs. The bags of bugs are bagged separately for seed pods and leaves, safety of plants during shipping. It is common for the water to have strong smell. That's typical. It's biodegrading. It's degrading as in there, so it's going to have a smell to it. Small amounts of water from shipping. This is not indication of fouled water. He's basically saying, thank you very much for your support us by purchasing microfauna. That's what this is. Everything in the bag can be dumped directly into your aquarium. There is no need to strain out the floating bits or decay leaves or the seed pods. They are highly beneficial to the environment. If you would like, if you like what you received, please email me and review the testimonials. Thank you. And that's from Phil. Very cool, Phil. I like that. And big shout out to you as well. His YouTube, scan for info. You can do all that. But this is pretty self-explanatory. But this is great for science classes. And even if you weren't doing a fish tank, you could do this and put them in like one of those little plastic small portable tanks and put a magnifying glass over it. And look, I got magnifying glasses all over the place. Not because I got bad eyes, but because I can pull it up. I got magnifying lenses on the tanks over there when the fish come right up there, and I can see everything that's going on. It's really, really cool. So a nice packing material. Enough talking. I'm still talking. Okay, so here's one of the bags, and it's all liquid. There's water in there. Another bag. There's two. And there's three. Thank you so much, Phil. That was packed beautifully. And you know what? They're like room temperature right now. So that's not too terrible. Yeah, that thing is still warm. That is still warm. That's excellent. All right, so what we're going to do here, you guys, I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can here. Let me take these. You package these up like a sandwich. So I'll show you what we get here. So you send some live plant cultures. So these plants, these floaters right here, some floating plants. This will go on top of the water. They'll actually just, let's see if we got anything in there. Yeah, there's some debris in there. There's actually some macrofauna in there. So some live plants in here, and here is the bag of bugs. So what we got here is leaves, pods. There's Daphnia in here. There's a bunch of microorganisms in here. So we're going to just put that right into the aquarium. It's going to get all cloudy. It's going to look terrible. But after a while, when it settles, it will start balancing itself out. I like to have more people know about this because it's something really fun, and it's a learning experience as well. Here's another one. Some more live plants. Those live plants will go on the top. They'll be floating in the water. Another bag of bugs. I know it looks like a pile of leaves. That's what it is. And some seeds. Some actually seeds in there. So we're going to try to do this like so. Because what I did was I bought 3 of these. Because I want to seed 2 of my tanks. Now, what's going to happen to one of these bags, I can tell you right now. One of these bag of bug, one of these is going to that 30 gallon long. I'm sure a few of them will get away, but a majority of them are going to get eaten by the fish. The fish are going to be taking over that, so it's kind of a treat for them as well. And plus, I want to seed it. Some will get away and they won't get eaten, and they'll go down into the substrate. That's what I want them to do. They'll be feeding the plants that I got growing in there already. So here's what we're going to do. Show you how this works. So for a few minutes here, we're going to put this on top, and you can see the pods right there. That's kind of cool. Let me show you here. So there's the pod. There's some it looks like an oak leaf, and there's microfauna in there. You can see them on the bottom. They're floating around. So what I'm doing here is soaking the bags down I just want to get them to the same temperature as the tank roughly here. Another one. We'll put this bag in here as well. So there's going to be two, and I'm going to kind of try to release those so they go in the back of the tank, not in the front of the tank. Just a few here maybe, and maybe in the back. And, you know, tools always help. Some more plants. These are going to go over here. We're going to put that there and that there. Just let it sit there. And give it about, you can give that about 10 or 15 minutes and let it accumulate. Alchemate, balance out. Okay, I'm getting all tongue-tied. I've worked all day today, so I'm trying to fit this all in. I just got this in the mail today, so I've been waiting for this to come in. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a moment, and we'll be back, and we'll release this. So I want to get these in here. It's been 15 minutes. Not on your time, I'm sure, but over here it has. We just took a break for a second. It seemed like quick. That's the best part about editing's magic. So we're going to cut this one. Add that right in there, water and all, because that's what I want. Put this in here. Yeah, got some green. Look at that. Look at that floating around in there. There it goes. Whatever microfauna's in that, that will get out, start populating the tank. And they'll breed. All right, next one. So like I said, you're going to see go with this one here. And the fish will get some nice little treats too. It's kind of like a snack for them as well, because they'll be able to do their instinctual hunting like they would in the wild. And yeah, I know what someone's going to say out there. There's going to be somebody who's going to be some haters and you say, well, then why do you have fish? And blah, blah, blah. Well, it's because that's what I enjoy. And it's a hobby. And it's something I've done for many, many years. And if there's lots of people out there that got fish or aquariums, and everybody's got their thing, you know, and this is just the G-Man's thing. You can agree with it or disagree or just have fun with it, whatever you want. So I'm going to put those there. Next, I'll release this into the tank. Cut this. Hope you can see what's going on there. All right, that one's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be all over. There's going to be a lot of debris coming out of this one. So here we go. We're going to put it in the back because that's where I want it as much as I can. It's going to freak the fish out for a few minutes. They've been kind of secluded, just the 5 of them in this tank. So once it stabilizes, and it will, it'll definitely stabilize. A lot of dead leaves here. I'm trying to pack them down in the front. Let's put a little corn up here. That'll be for shrimp. I plan on, there's some shrimp that I got coming in, and they'll hide out in these. The microorganisms, they'll hide out in this stuff. These are really cool pods. I think it's a particular tree. I can't remember which one he said it was. I'll have to look it up. All right, next. Hope you guys can see that okay. So, whoop, my neons are freaking out. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be as quick as I can here. I'm trying really fast to get this done with. All right, so we got some more of these seeds. Let's separate this. Scatter it around a little bit. See, all this will break down in the tank as it progresses. And what's going to happen here is it's going to help the plants. Any live plants that you got in there, they're going to, it's going to help them. So sorry for all this, you guys. Hope you can get that. I go with this one, putting all my hands everywhere in it. Hope Phil doesn't like disagree with what I'm doing. So here's some. This is actually wild peat moss in the corner. Right here. That's wild peat moss, and I got a whole tank of it down below my desk here. That's growing wild peat moss since October, and that's some pretty cool stuff. I could tell you a whole thing about that. But there we go. Let's put that right over there. I'll give them a lot of places to hide in that moss. And they'll go from there and they'll just repopulate there. And besides, and see, that isn't too terrible. That really ain't. We'll start seeing microfauna and stuff like that. They'll come out at nighttime. And when they're not so stressed, you got to let everything settle down. But you can kind of see. Let me get the light on here so you can kind of see. That one's kind of difficult. There we go. There we go. So, oh, look at that. I seen a scud. The scud was over there. There, look at that. Look at that. A scud. You see that? Look at that. You got to see some microorganisms working. And they're going to take, that guy, little guy right there, he's going to take care of a lot of stuff. You see where he went? Went right in that seed. He's sitting right in that seed. Right on the top. Let's see what else we can see here. Yeah, that's awesome. So, like when your grandkids or my grandkids come and they're going to see that. But see all that life in there? There is a lot of life in there. Phil does a pretty cool thing here. And if you're wondering how much these cost per bag, they're $25. $25 a bag. That's not, that's cheap as far as I'm concerned for all the stuff you're getting for it and what it's actually doing. Check out his website. Check out his YouTube. It's really, really cool. But yeah, I wish I had and that was a scud. There's another one. Look at it. Can you see that? Look at that. Looks like shrimp. He's going to hide. See, those are that's my little workforce. There's some more. There's some more running around in there. And some of these will get eaten. It's inevitable. But this is how you cycle the tank. Now, as you guys can see, so this tank is almost done except for plants. I need more plants. There's more plants I got coming that are coming in here to fill in a lot of this open space. And like right here, look at that scud. He's just taking off. He's moving like crazy. There's a lot in here that I want to finish. Plants and shrimp. Shrimp are going to be added to this. So the shrimp are actually going to get some of these microfauna that's in here and vice versa. It's going to go back and forth. Fish will get some, but plants, it's really good for the plants. It's really good for the aquarium. And you just let it cycle over. That's it. Now the shrimp are going to come and some more plants are going to come. And that's it. That's all I have to do. And after that, I'll trim here and there, trim maybe some of the plants when they get really big or they get too much on the top. You just work with that as it comes. But that's pretty much it. So there you go, guys. And big shout out to Father Fish. And big shout out to Phil's Fish Works. I really appreciate it. And with that said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that little nerdum stuff. I'm going to go and finish seeding that 30-gallon now and put those in there. I'm sure a lot of them are going to get eaten up by the fish. I can almost guarantee it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you had fun. And so this is going to be in some of my other chapters for aquariums how-tos. And I will do some more stuff. I actually have a carnivorous plant update I got to show you guys since last April. I've been talking about that over the summer months. I can't wait to show you how they've exploded. Oh my goodness. And the number one secret for carnivorous plants. And A big shout out there as well too is Sarracenia Northwest. I've known those two gentlemen, or not known them, seen them on YouTube for many, many years. If you want to learn about carnivorous plants, there's some two professionals that are phenomenal. They sell plants, all that. A big shout out to those two guys. They're great. Know their stuff about carnivorous plants. It's called Sarracenia Northwest. But with all that said, I'm blabbing too much and I'm having too much fun. So I want to go finish this. And you guys, hope you enjoyed. So you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share me out. Hope you enjoyed. It's not too technical. Trying to make it simple for all simple fish keepers out there. And it's something different that you can do. And it's a variety of different things. And it's a variety of fields that you're learning as well for the natural system. So Phil, thank you so much. Father Fish, thank you so much. I got to give him a proper shout out as well. Love his show. Like what he teaches, and it's really good. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you know what to do. See you on the next Nerdy Collective Aquarium How-Tos. Peace.